Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Strader, a destination wedding photographer turned business coach, and I have gotten to photograph love everywhere from Hawaii to Switzerland over the last several years. I'm so excited to help you scale your business and do the same. We are going to be talking about yet another one of my favorite things ever, which is artificial lighting. And artificial lighting can scare people off so quickly. So before you're even like, absolutely not, I refuse to learn this, I'm a natural light photographer, this is actually the video for you. Before we even talk about how flash works and what it is, which don't worry, we have resources for that for you as well, I want to talk to you about why flash is even necessary, because it completely is, regardless of your photography style. Learning how to use flash photography in your work is actually going to completely change your life. I do not say that lightly. You are going to be able to show up to your wedding days with less stress. You are going to be able to provide more unique and dynamic galleries to your clients. You're going to be able to show them that you can serve them not only just images capturing what happened, but beautiful pieces of art, regardless of the situation that you get put on the day. Flash actually doesn't have to be overwhelming. In fact, it can be the opposite and provide so much relief to you when you're serving your couples, shooting a wedding day, or even just shooting in studio. You're a photographer, so what's going to separate you from people like Uncle Bob or their friend with a camera is technical skill, and this is one of the skills that you should master immediately. It's going to completely revolutionize your portfolio. If you want to dive in completely to flash and you're like, I actually know why it's important, I just want to learn how, we have a complete freebie for you below. It's an entire free training, tips and tricks, how flash works, what gear to get, all of that good stuff, link for you below. Now let's talk about why flash is even important if you're still not totally sold. 1, control over lighting. And yes, I know the biggest and first objection I always hear when it comes to flash photography is like, well, I'm a natural light photographer. And I get that, I hear you. I am also a natural light photographer. I love harsh lighting. I love beautiful light. However, it's not always gonna be there. And if you are at a point in your career where you haven't had to use flash yet, that is strictly luck and the day is coming for you. For those situations where there's not natural light, you now get to create your own. Not only do you have the ability to fill, to counteract bad colors during the day with flash, but when natural light really does disappear, you now get to create your own lighting. This is great after sunset. This is great when the weather is bad. This is great when you have a bride getting ready in a room in the attic with not a single window in sight, which, by the way, is a situation I've completely found myself in and was able to shoot an entire portrait session just with one white wall because of my flash. So number 1, you want to have control over your lighting as a photographer because our jobs are to literally capture with light. So if there isn't any light, you're going to be straight out of luck unless you know how to use your flash. 2, consistent results. And this is where the natural light photography debate actually goes out the window, because this is your ability to make your nighttime photography look as similar to your daytime photography as possible. Natural light can change throughout the day, dependent on weather, dependent on the room, and now you have the ability to create something consistent. Especially when it comes to using off-camera flash, you have the ability to run around, get a huge variety of shots while keeping the lighting consistent on your subject, whether that is your couple, the details, the ceremony, what have you. 3, speaking of details, you now get to photograph the details. Everyone knows that getting ready rooms are notoriously horrible. They're often in hotel rooms, and there's nothing worse than showing up to take your clients getting ready photos, and it's disgusting in there. Both, garbage everywhere and the lighting. No one wants to see a bunch of tungsten lighting getting ready photos. When you're photographing things like the dress, the details, the jewelry, the shoes, the veil, whatever it may be, the florals, you're gonna wanna provide a wide variety of photos that are all really beautifully lit, and they're all gonna likely be in different lighting situations. This gives you the ability to capture the details not only consistently, but in a huge multitude of ways. You can get moody shots, you can get light and airy shots, you can get close-ups and far away shots, all with the lighting looking consistent. So you get this ability to storytell and capture your clients' details in a really beautiful way that isn't dependent on their hotel room or the venue's lighting. This is also going to help you out big time if the schedule goes over and you have to shoot details at 10 p.m. before leaving. 4, creative possibilities. And this is one of my favorite things about flash is once you get past the point where it's stressful, now you get to play. You actually have this tool at your disposal to completely create your own light. We don't get that with natural light. We don't control the sun. We don't control the weather. We do, however, control our artificial light. So now we have this ability to create light and airy looks, moody looks, backlit looks, shutter drag looks. There's so many different possibilities when it comes to artificial lighting. And now you have all of these creative possibilities at your disposal so that you can provide a huge variety of photos within your gallery to your clients. Nothing's going to help your photography portfolio stand out more as a wedding photographer than showing that you not only know how to capture every portion of the day in different lighting, but that you also are able to use lighting purposefully and artistically in order to really showcase your artistic voice. I would never hire a photographer where I can't view multiple different types of lighting within their portfolio, and now you're going to be able to show it all. So these are all of my pitches for you on why you should start incorporating flash photography into your wedding days, your indoor shots, your studio sessions, whatever it may be. Artificial light is going to completely change your life, your portfolio, and therefore your bookings and bank account, which is what we always want to hear. If you have any questions on artificial light, please leave them below. And if you're ready to dive in further, come jump into our Let's Get Lit freebie or into our best selling indoor and artificial light masterclass, which you can find all links below. See you next time.